Welcome to the late night
and AjA-Black
show where we talk about any old body, any old thing, in any old kind of way.
Please do not get offended by the statements made. So they are only opinions based on observations and sometimes facts.
For example,
how people treat each other.
Well, yes. Why do you want to talk about this?
I've been noticing it's becoming a trend for people to be really mean and nasty to each other.
I think you should treat people how you get treated. Will Smith set the perfect example. You know what I'm saying? You talk your mess. Disrespectful. Look at me the wrong way. Gaga.
You too much. You can't be snagging me because of gaga. What is wrong with you? See, this is what I'm talking about. You can't just go about.
But you of course you don't smack
that practically ruined Will Smith.
But
you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he was feeling like how Kanye West is feeling right now.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't. I'm pretty sure though that opened a lot of worms that probably shouldn't have been opened, but at the same time,
he's a comedian. What did he expect?
He should have expected more respect. And this is the Oscars not going after people just because they're easy targets because you didn't prepare.
So you think that was the right thing for him to do?
I think it was. I think it was.
So basically,
and there should be a law. There should be a law. If you cannot prosecute somebody that you provoked. You can't you should not be able to prosecute somebody when they assaulted you when you provoking them. Does that make sense? There should be a law. There should be a law. If you provoking somebody, they should have the right to knock you upside the head. I don't think you should get killed or make you bleed, or maybe a little blood, depending on how much blood they use. It should be, misdemeanor. Work it out. Y'all work it out. Work it out. But there should definitely be, if you're provoked, if you're feeling antagonized, or
I think that there should be a limit between physical
insulted
and verbal abuse. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's saying things to you that you don't like you can choose to leave the room, ignore them, walk away. It doesn't have to get physical.
Yeah, but the thing about that it escalates. Okay, because when you let things go, they fester and they grow into some uncontrollable force that you can't handle.
So there's no other way he could have. Give me an example of something else he could have did.
What he could have done was interrupt him. If you wanted to handle it without violence, putting your hands on somebody. Interrupt him, say, "Excuse me, sir, I'm taking over. You are not allowed to talk about my wife, and I want you off the stage. Thank you very much." Now, as a real comedian, you know what I'm saying? I think that should have been handled. That would have been the best way to handle it. So, the truth of the matter is, are we trying to find a feel-good way to handle our emotions, or are we trying to find the best way to handle our emotions? And sometimes you don't have time to think about the best way. Sometimes people just gotta and keep it moving. Will Smith didn't have time to go think about, let me see how I can ruin his night since he's ruining my wife's night. We can just ruin the night together. You ruined my night, I'm gonna ruin his back, and we're just gonna have a ruined night together.
I guess it goes on a personal basis because me personally, any confrontation, one, I'm gonna try to have the last word. If words is, we can have words all day and all night. You know what I'm saying? But once there becomes physicality, that's when I feel whoa, for something to have drawn that line, something provoking would be somebody attacking me. Now it's it's self-defense. Now I have every right to go to the all the way to the other side of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like we as human beings need to draw that line because we're like so desensitized into being physical that, you know, we take for granted how fragile life actually really is. You know what I'm saying? So, and then things don't just eat you up physically when somebody attacks you. Things can eat you up from the inside out. Like the feeling, the thoughts, the, you know what I'm saying, the emotions behind you going through that conflict and being in the world and dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could stress you out. Stress is like the #1 killer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just feel like we got to take a step back and really show some care and love and concern for each other. Because it's like, we're so easily ready to jump to the worst side of the spectrum off of.
Because that's much more fun. It's a lot more fun. I mean, who wants to live in a world where peace reigns and nothing happens and there's nothing to talk about? Think about it. We already live in a society like that. Don't you think there's a lot more fun, even though it's a lot more ridiculous? Yes, it's a lot more cruel, but it's a lot more fun to talk about people and to see what they're gonna do and see what they're gonna say. What you gonna do? Look, guys, I am not a fan of bullying, but I do see I do see the entertainment. In fact, if I could be a bully, I wouldn't. He's
like, you're so like, you would.
I wouldn't be a bully only because
you would be the ultimate bully.
Only because I'm an easy target. I'm an extremely easy target. Okay, I'm big and black.
Because you were bullied. Okay,
I wasn't bullied. I was just, you know, I like the attention. If I wasn't being bullied, I wasn't getting any attention. You know what I'm saying? I understand the fascination of bothering somebody. It's not really bullying them, it's bothering them.
Don't bother
like for example, like how siblings react. You have an older sibling and you have a younger sibling, right? The older sibling is minding their business usually, but the younger sibling wants some interaction and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to gain a proper interaction, the younger sibling usually. So the younger sibling goes in, starts psh, psh, and then the older sibling like, yo, what's going on? Leave me alone. And then the older sibling and the younger sibling, they got, no. You know, it's irritating to the parent. It's irritating to the people surrounding. But
you sure you just wasn't determined to hit me on camera and try to bully me and show people that you beat me?
But see, that's a perspective that you can take all you want. That's not what I was trying to do. And I can easily explain myself, but if you don't have the logical perception, I don't care if you was messing with me or not. You want to explain, I want to explain this.
Listen.
And we ain't got a lot of time left.
Listen.
But, so what I'm going to say is,
just be nice.
Could be really playful. It could be really playful.
You can have your little inside click where you're playing.
Right, exactly.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You're doing
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
But don't be doing that to people because people be
the people
doing
you don't
that to
know. People you don't know, especially people you don't know.
Like
you don't know them. You don't talk to them. Don't be doing nothing. Don't be saying nothing. Don't be you should be liable to
when people see other people, if they have a negative thought, they should pray for themselves and then pray for the person that they're thinking about. Like that should be like the thing that we as humans do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody should walk around. Everybody should walk around with a shirt that says "I'm dying."
Why would everybody walk around with a shirt like that?
Because it will promote compassion. If you know that person is dying, are you going to be more likely or less likely to make fun and to disrespect? Are you going to make nobody want to go to hell? Okay, nobody.
Maybe on the front it could say, "I'm dying."
Y'all probably all going there anyway.
But love conquers all on the back, right?
Hey. That's our new shirt. Oh, get ready, $22 a piece.
But love conquers.
Don't worry, we'll show it to you next time.
We're promoting living because of dying.
Or not alive.
Thank you so much
anymore.
for tuning in.
And until next time, I'm going to thank you for tuning in to the Late Night AjA-Black Show. And until next time, deuces.
Guys, try to be nice to each other.
Or you get.
Right?